What is 5G? Is it our future truly wireless? So, welcome friends to my channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. So, let's get started. So, these are the contents I'm gonna talk about. So, let me introduce you to 5G, also known as fifth generation. There have been a lot of promises of this technology, which has the capability to offer services for accommodating the application potential requirements without suffering the quality. So this is it, the true wireless complete network system. The way in which people are communicating now will look like a child play. It will together upgrade the whole web network system. Before going into more detail, let us go through the evolution from the first generation first wireless to the fifth generation true wireless, from analog decade to true digital decade. So to the first generation wireless technology, original analog system in 1980s called as 1G system, where advanced mobile system AMPS, Nordic mobile telephone, and a total access communication system with delivered a speed of 2.4 kbps, right? 2.4 kbps. Let's get an idea. So today we are using at 1 gbps. So 2.4 kbps, very least we can barely download an image. So let's get into the 2G. What's the difference in it? Let's see. The 2G, the beginning of the digital area, where cellular networks were commercially launched. The GSM standard in Finland in 1991, which also enables to various phone networks to text messages, send pictures, send MMS at a speed of 64 kbps. Yeah, it's a lot of development from 2.4 kbps to 64 kbps. Due to GSM global system model for mobile communication is the most admired standard of all mobile technologies. So after that, there is a breakthrough of international telecommunication 2000, better known as 3G, as a third generation, which enables to transmit data very efficiently at better and increased bandwidth with transmission speed of 125 kbps to 2 mbps. After this, the whole network system was born, like WLAN, World Wide Web, GPS, Bluetooth, all advanced system has been developed, and there comes the successor to 3G and 2G families. On 2002, there is a conceptual framework and discussion point to address future needs of a high-speed wireless network. The speed of 4G, called as fourth generation, can reach up to 1 gbps in the late 2000. We have seen speed up to 50 mbps as present scenario. So what does 5G makes a difference from the 4G? As per the predicted model and the tested model, it conveys us that it is the major breakthrough of the phase of mobile telecommunication and wireless system. We can see 10 times more capacity than the expected speed, up to 1 gbps or more, faster and reliable than 4G, and the more important thing, at lower cost than a previous generation. Nowadays we can see 5G enabled phones, right? There's a race among big companies to dominate others by achieving this technology. So that's the evolution of 1G to 5G. So let's get into the architecture of the 5G. Let's get into architecture of 5G. This is the network flow figure of this. In this is a chart flow like. So this we are user equipment as a, for example, it is our cell phone. It uses the signal flows to the nearest G node B, called also known as radio access network, right? It sends network to the nearby towers. From there it passes over to the AMF or the SSN mobilities function manages subscribers. It's like administration provider assist to the customers. Then it sends to the SMF, called as a session management system. Here it sets up the session between user to the data. For example, YouTube, you are playing a YouTube video. If you click on YouTube video, it connects you to the data center to your mobile device. It connects through web session management, so it plays a vital role in that. So other than that, there is a UPF, user planner function, where handover processes happen from tower to tower. So we are in a mobile way, so we are moving from one place to another. So every tower is connected to each other. So to increase the efficiency of the data flow, the nearest tower is always frequently connected and disconnected by the system. So it is handled by the UPF, so user planner function. Then comes to the policy control function. So in policy control function, for example, if we visited a website, name suppose Apple website or in YouTube or something else, so it has policies and terms we have to agree first, right? In our web system, if you want to access that website, you have to agree the cookies and website policies. So that is controlled by the policies control function. Now it comes to the unified data management, also known as UDM. So the data flows from the system. There must be a security, right? So any third person cannot listen to our conversation or messages or the data we are downloading or uploading. So it handles the security. It encrypted the data with handles the encryption of the provided unique code for the particular customer base. So where is an unique about security, it manages by UDM. So customer base has a authentication server. So function recognize and authenticate the end user. Between the session PCF, it controls the policies set by the web browsers. So these are the things which control the whole system of the 5G, called the 5G core system. So this is all the protocol that maintains the data flow. Session calls as a PDU session, the protocol data union session. It connect the user equipments to the data center. It also manages the smooth flow of the data. So how does it flow from user equipment to the end data storage? So here is a QoS model, in which suppose if we have a long and a big pipe, in that there is a small pipes of different sizes and a different diameter, right? So in which each pipe is named as a different session. So if you are trying to make a call, there is a different pipe. For if you are surfing a video, there is a different pipe in it. So it consists of a mesh of pipes in it. So for example, it is a mesh of pipes. So that's how the architecture of the 5G works. So let's get into the more hardware and software. So now comes the hardware and software. Let's take about the hardware first. 5G works in an untouched region of millimeter waves. This all 4G and 3G all comes in wavelength, wave bandwidth, right? So in which in our present scenario, all the technology bandwidth is clumps to a certain bandwidth, right? From 2 to 3 gigahertz. Beyond that, there is a lot more space to expand. So 5G is gone into that section called a region of millimeter waves. There's a lot of untouched space comparing to present technology. Is crowded lower bandwidth, whereas in 5G comes under ultra wide bandwidth networks with high bandwidth at lower energy levels, which is 400 times better than the present data speed. It uses a smart antenna, adaptive beam antennas. It uses a code division multiple access CDMA, and this hardware works on a radio access technology, also called as a RAT. So these all hardware works under the RAT processes, which handles the millimeter waves. So 5G will be a single unified standard of data wireless network, including LAN, World Wide Web, and the well software-defined network on a 5G core system. These are the hardware and the software system that's gonna work on the 5G core whole system. So now let's talk about the features and advantages and disadvantages. For the feature, 5G technology offers high resolution for crazy cell phone users and high bandwidth. It is providing large broadcasting of data in gigabit, which support almost 65,000 connections. This technology network offering enhanced and available connectivity just about the world. Advantages are high bandwidth, the 1 Gbps or higher, maybe higher than that, providing dynamic information at a available. Main important thing is the available low cost. It can be used in wearable devices like AR headsets, VR headsets with an AI capabilities. It may be our outcome future technologies like for the past Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi breakthroughs can be used in. It also can be used in the medical field by conducting operations across the country without the presence of a doctor. So such a wonderful future ahead. And let's talk about the disadvantage. In that region you will get the high speed range, high speed bandwidth. Beyond that you will lose the speed. So that's the problem to this technology. So though new technologies are upcoming, so they are thinking of a relays, like relay, planting a relay plants every corner of the building. So that's how they're gonna clear it, or maybe some new technology. Let's don't think about more about future. Let's get into the conclusion. What I am concluding here is 3G operates on a centric operator centric, and the 4G is a service centric, and the 5G mostly comes under user centric. As a new revolution of 5G technology give tough competition to normal computers and laptops. Of course it does. It handles the data of 400 times more than a present technology. This technology is available in the market in affordable rates, make high peak features and much reliability than proceeding technology. This technology helps to promote stronger links between people working in different fields, creating future concepts of mobile communication, internet service, cloud computing, all high network and nanotechnology. By concluding this, I may take my leave. Thank you guys to stay with me at this, and so we will meet in the next video. Till then, stay tuned.